So I'm about to get on some left eye shit and start burning up niggas' cribs.
When we met, I can't front, I was all in your shit. Even though I was a bitch playing hard to get. But see, I never felt this way in my life. It didn't take long before you made me your wife. Shopping sprees and putting money in my pockets. Pictures of you inside my heart-shaped lockets. And my girls knew you wasn't no good. They told me about them broads you was fucking in the hood. You said I was a diamond and you was like a pearl. So daddy, how could you do this to your baby girl?
Welcome to the OW Show. I'm so excited to be back on the mic. It's been a long 3 years.
3 years? I think it's been a little bit more than 3 years.
2022?
No, I don't think
The last session that we did at your house.
Oh, okay.
With Classic. That was definitely a very interesting session. That one actually never aired.
No. Thank God.
No. That one we was going in. We was going in on that one.
Yeah.
So welcome everyone. For the ones that are on here that's new, we are a sex talk podcast, but we do extend and we do talk about relationships. We talk about just life itself, experiences, and you don't have to be a sexpert to know what sex is. Everybody has sex all the time. So I do want to say is welcome back to the lovely Rob Love, the people voice.
What's up? I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back lighter than ever.
I know. There's a big difference. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Then we have my lovely cousin, Junior. I always got to throw him in the mix of everything that I do.
He be with the shits.
All the time. All the time. There is one person and she's always fashionably late.
Fashionable.
But we will get into her as soon as she gets through this door, and she will actually be new to the show. So that's going to be an exciting thing to have my other cousin join us, because ella tiene una boca bien fresca. Esa.
She has no filter.
I'm the same.
No filter.
No filter, and I think that that's definitely what we need. Sarcasm and fresh. So
That's, yeah.
So E will be here soon, but I did give her a new name that actually, what was the last week? We renamed E. We gave her the name of Dami E.
Why?
Because she's a dominant. She likes to dominate men. She likes to get her way. I love it. But she gets what she wants. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's definitely not wrong with that. So
now that we are all here, Mr. Rob Love, tell us what's been going on for the last 3 years.
3 years, man. Let me see.
There's been a big change.
There's been a big change, yeah. So I had surgery in 2020, down 140 pounds.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Other than that, there's nothing really new that's been going on. Work is work.
Right, still in the Bronx.
Yeah. No, I work for another company down in Queens. So.
Okay.
But still doing the same thing that I've been doing for 24 years.
I hear you.
So it's, it pays the bills.
Just adulting?
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. That, and, going out, trying to have a good time.
Gotta live life.
That's it. That is it. There's nothing new, really. Same shit, different day.
Since the last time we see Junior has been officially back in New York for how long now?
How long has it been? I think 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, give or take.
New family?
New fam. Everything's all together. Starting adjustment time frame. That's what it really is. It's just adjustment time frame, because nothing has to stay the same.
Correct. That is right.
If it doesn't change, you ain't living. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes change is a little scary, but it's necessary to grow.
Yeah, man.
So,
Let's hear the tea.
In the last 3 years.
Let's hear the tea.
So for most of you that don't know, I created this podcast. It was actually my escape goal for the abusive marriage that I was in. And this basically kept my mind very busy. This has given me a platform along with other women and men to tell their stories, to express themselves, something, we always get turned away. We go to the cops, we get turned away. So it kind of gives them a platform to tell their stories, because it gives them a peace of mind. And that's basically why I started this podcast. It gave me a peace of mind. It was able to tell some of my stories, but it also helped me explore, explore outside my comfort and introduce sex to the world. And I became a certified love coach. It's definitely been 10 years. But these last 3 years, in the mix of those 10 years, I always spoke about how crazy my life has been, and the book.
We'll get into that too.
And the damn book. But these last 3 years has definitely added on chapters to Confession of the Love Coach, The Marriage. So that one is definitely going to take long. But book one is, I thought it was finished.
Not finished.
It's not finished.
Jesus Christ.
Not with what happened last night.
So you look
And
into,
that-
so you want to add what happened last night into that book.
It's gonna add into that because the relationships that I talk about in book one, they kind of
Come back.
cross over with these books now. So the last 3 years, along with many years before that, but since the last show, I've been constantly in court. Constantly in court. I've been my own attorney, just fighting for my freedom, fighting for my family. And because of that, that also prolonged why it took me so long to bring this back.
Right.
And after last night, I've come to realize it was the right time. It changed my perspective on what I was doing. There's been a lot of friendship heartbreaks, which is such a thing.
There is a thing of that.
There's been a relationship. You know, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Oh.
Yeah. And all in between. All in between. During that time, I've been doing the audio podcast, which introduces chapters of Confession of a Love Coach, book one. Doesn't get into details, but it introduces each chapter so that when I do release the book, you will get all
There's
the
context
juicy
behind it.
details for all legal purposes. Can't put it all out there. But these are stories from some of my viewers, and some of them are mine. So I choose the ones that
Or the juiciest.
all the juicies, but the ones that you're not going to claim in court.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
So those are the ones that I like to talk about. So
Okay.
that's where we've been at. But you know what? We're not going to wait for Eliza because I'm not going to keep it from you.
All right, so let's get into what happened
We're going to
last
get
night.
straight to it.
Okay.
I would tell you this, that if I had my own TV show, this would be the perfect cliffhanger to end that season, and you're going to have to wait for the next one.
Oh my goodness.
So I was this into, relationships, sex, abuse, domestic violence, and that's what the show is about.
Yeah.
And they want to know how does that matter of what happened last night? Does that change the dynamic of everything? Right? Now to me, I've been failed, I'm going to say 85% by the system. And for the ones that don't know my background, I'm talking about I had to learn a lot from New York, Pennsylvania, and now New Jersey of how hard I have to constantly
Yeah.
stay out of jail, stay out from that cage he wants to put me in. Or even the psych wards. He's trying everything. Now the question is why, right? Now, if this is true, this probably can explain why he's constantly getting a slap on the wrist for everything that's been going on.
That could definitely be it.
My man has gone in and said, yes, I beat her. Oh, all right. Well, we'll give you a little $1,000 fine. Goodbye.
Yeah, because he's helping them out.
He's got a hookup.
But if he runs in there, which is crazy, it's like, yo, Sanda, goodbye.
You think he has that much pull?
Yo, an incident happened.
Oh my God.
May, and this goes back. This was right maybe a year or two after this whole situation happened with the crew. I wasn't around for this. I don't know anything of what was going on. But years into the relationship, May 14, 2014, I left to Miami. I came back. I asked for a divorce. Didn't want no divorce. My man tried to kill himself. Okay? EMT was there upstairs while they had him downstairs. Now, usually, when you're admitting that, yes, you did slit your wrist to kill yourself, they automatically take you to Bellevue.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. They let him sign the release papers, and he left. EMT guy's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, he said it was an accident, this, that, and the third. He was like, I was up here on the phone with her when he's admitting to it. He's like, oh, well, I didn't know. The second day came, he broke into the house, and then he took pills, right? Once again, this time I had his mother call. He went to the hospital, they released him. Oh no, it gets better. That same day, I went to the precinct to get a restraining order. Guess who's getting locked up?
You are.
I am.
For what?
So I went on my trip in May. February, he went to the Bronx courthouse to get a restraining order against me. While you're still living with me, didn't
you
tell
didn't
me
even know.
nothing. No.
Yo.
So when I walk in there, I'm getting locked up because the man said I tried to kill him. So now I'm being booked in the Bronx. While I'm in there, it gets juicier, and that's something that I talk about in the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I encounter, because it's very interesting. And in all of this, I'm talking about months in family court
Oh, yeah.
and in criminal court. Oh, it was an interesting journey because finally, when we got a hold of those 911 tapes, oh, you lied, which is a crime. That's a whole crime itself. That's jail time.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about months of you wasting time.
Yeah, taxpayers' dollars.
Plus
All right,
defamation
everybody go
charges.
home. You're released finally. All right, such and such, such. Don't do it again. I was like, and I put a motion in for complaint. They didn't even want to hear it. Now the question is, does this from last night have anything to do why I'm constantly being failed by the system?
That's a big possibility.
Are you kidding me? Years later, what are the odds? And I go to this place all the time, and I've never seen him.
Yeah.
Never seen this man as a security at all. And what are the odds that last night, right before I do the show, I get this news?
Mm-hmm.
But wait a minute, because it gets juicier. Just a few weeks ago, I had an investigator call me about cars. Kind of like what happened years ago. What car insurance is gonna hire a private investigator? Car insurance, not car dealer. Car insurance looking for certain cars. You know what that investigator told me? He told me you own the house in Pennsylvania and that's where you have the cars at. I said, what house? And he said he's waiting for the divorce so he can get money out of that house.
And you didn't even know the house is in your name?
There is no house. It was a place we were renting, a townhouse. Nobody owned this house. Whoever the original owners were, we were renters.
Obviously, you were the owner and you were paying yourself the rent.
No.
If it's true, that's what I'm saying. If it's true.
If it was true, then right. I'm paying myself rent, but I don't own property.
So how the investigator's gonna know that?
he's been calling him, and this is the story that Donovan gave the investigators. And he has these investigators going on a wild goose chase in Pennsylvania, going to our old addresses, knocking on the door, trying to look for these cars because I own this townhouse.
Jesus.
It's insane.
What? Are you kidding me? And every time I go to my local precinct, they already have the narrative
Yeah.
that I'm bickering. Because there's a lot of violations going on with my order of protection. It's like, no. So then it's just like, what? How? And then the people that the investigators were talking about, that now comes out in book 2.
Mm-hmm.
When he mentioned this person's name, I was like, what? I said, oh, you think he's dating this woman because they're the same age? I said, no, that's his mother-in-law. He's dating the daughter. He said, wait a minute. The daughter? I said, oh, you had all these names messed up. You want to put me in the mix of things? Okay. I said, the girl just turned 22.
Oh my God.
He goes, how long they been together? I said, 5 years. Do the math. I said, that's why you think it's this one and it's not that one. It's actually this one. I said, you know where you're going to find that car? All the way down south. Have fun. So that's what's been going on in the last 3 years.
That's like 3 years of your life wasted
Dun,
and
dun,
just
dun.
dealing with nonsense.
That's a CSI.
It's lie after lie after lie. And this is what you call post-separation abuse. There's a thing that's post-separation abuse. And a lot of people are not aware of that at all.
No.
And
That's financial abuse. That's litigation abuse. That's harassment. That's any type of abuse that you think you can endure, that still happens after you leave your abuser. And then when they get a new supplies, guess who becomes a new abuser? That new supplies becomes a new abuser towards you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You need to get your money up and get yourself a good ass lawyer. Be done with this shit already.
And even then, sometimes you don't even know if the
how much-
lawyers is on that too. So
It's crazy. I've had great lawyers, but sometimes you have to dismiss your lawyers and wing it out. Me representing myself in family court since my oldest wasn't even born.
No, that's crazy.
So I knew the ins and outs.
It could be on. You can get your you
But I'm
can go to the bar.
Career,
you
but
should have had the ball done.
That's it.
that
All the
is a
time
lot
you've
of
been
study.
spending there.
That's a lot of time that I don't have.
Oh, that's insane.
You would think it's time wasted, but I always say it's an investment. I can't continue to sit here and say, am I going to let this continue to run my life? No. Because then I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be looking like this. I still look amazing. I still look great.
Despite, yeah.
In 2 semesters,
You'll
I
be
get
done.
my psychology degree.
There you go.
There you go. That for real. Like at the end of the day, you don't realize that whoever reads or listens to whatever you're putting out is probably going to get them out of that rut.
Right.
That's one of the major parts, because you hit one of the major parts where you said it continues after. And the toughest part for many is actually the process of healing or
Right.
trying to heal from that. And abuse sometimes becomes so normal. It becomes so normalized in their life that they don't realize that they leave the door open and keep attracting the same thing. So now, not only do they have their past abuse, they're going to have their present abuse,
Yeah.
and they're leaving that door open for a possible future abuse. So they need an image. They need someone to take them out of that type of
Yeah. It's good to you're relatable to a lot of people, and that's very true. Like after relationship issues, abuses, it's not, you don't hear about it a lot, right? But it happens a lot. But you using this platform to talk about it, you may be helping out men and women out there, because men go through it too.
Right.
Just men keep
Some toxic ass women out there.
I tell people, write a journal,
Yeah.
do a podcast. It's a form of healing. Is it gonna open a can of worms? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta go through it to heal from it.
But the question is, how much you gonna claim in court? That is true. You're gonna sit
You
here
gotta have
and
some
say,
receipts.
you're gonna sit here and say, oh, she's talking about me? Who's me? That's not your name. Or you're gonna claim how you was grooming somebody? Is that what you're gonna claim?
This is a Netflix
you gonna-
special written all over it.
Or you're gonna claim how
Facts.
you used to beat me? No, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So sit there and move on. Go be happy.
Yeah, why he just can't fucking just
move
go
on.
about his fucking business and that's it.
Just move on.
It's one of those things I was just reading about today. Actually, it was funny as hell that y'all mentioned this, but it's like it falls into levels of confidence, right? The first level of there's one level of confidence that pretty much just has you with what you put on the outside, so your attitude, how you act, how you dress, etc. Right? Phase 2 of your level of confidence is pretty much what attracts people. So in other words, the car, the house, the motor, the money, what you spend in the jewelry, right? But then you have the core confidence. That's the part where they try to roll off of. And it's kind of like they're feeding off of it. So the more they can have their life, but still make yours miserable,
Oh, they get a kick out of it.
they get a kick. It's just a kick.
It's a high for them.
Yes, and whatever they went through is what they're trying to keep putting on you, and they want to keep that string going.
Yeah, he has daughters too,
Yeah,
right?
Just
one.
our daughter.
Oh wow.
Right. So God forbid, knock
I have
on
one
wood,
son,
right?
one daughter.
And she gets with someone who's like him.
You know,
That's
I would
gonna
never let that.
no, I know you wouldn't, but I'm just saying.
I would definitely go to jail. Okay.
You know, you just gotta think about it
I
like
would
that.
definitely go to jail. And I hate to say it the way I'm gonna say it, because I would never change the perception that my kids have
Of their father.
of their father. That would show on its own
No, oh yeah. As time goes on,
as time goes on. But, and I hate to say it the way I'm gonna say it, but I make sure that I raise my kids to not be like me, and definitely to not be like him. I'm
That's
not
good.
perfect. I've had my moments, but because of what I've been going through, Junior, obviously being my cousin, has seen who Angie is. Not Envy. Envy started being created as time went on. And then he's seen the difference of my transition of just being Angie going into Envy. And now guess what? Envy's still there while I need her in my back pocket. But now I'm going back after doing all this healing and transitioning back to who I was with a little
more knowledge, a little more sass,
little bit more,
a little more
Spice.
sass, a little spice.
a little bit more spice, like the Powerpuff Girls and everything nice. You know, it's everything is interesting how everything just comes back around. Doesn't matter what state you in. It doesn't matter. Eventually, whatever happens, somewhere along the line, somebody knows you.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's heard, or you just keep bringing that energy with you.
But that is weird that you weren't gonna go to that place and then that happens. Listen. My advice: I would definitely set an appointment up with the DA and see if it all checks out.
I'm just gonna go check it.
And if it does check out, there goes your answer to all the bullshit you've been going through for the past 3 years.
Right.
'Cause that's
Exactly.
It's a lot.
No, it's a lot for someone to take on.
Dude, especially like you literally said, this is literally would be the most killer Netflix series.
I'm telling you.
I've
Netflix
always
holla at
said, pay attention. Discovery ID.
There you go.
Discover. I've always said that either I belong on that show, Obsession, or My Stalker, or
I'm
one
telling
of
you,
those.
there you go. Netflix specials. Holla at
That's
us.
why I said my life will always be
Hit her up.
an investment.
Tell me about it. You definitely have a story for days.
Oh my goodness, what? So, that's what happened last night.
Jesus
That's a lot
Christ.
for one.
That was you threw me for a curve there.
I thought you was gonna get up.
No, I thought I was about to.
I thought you was gonna.
I was about
say,
to.
I'm
I said,
done.
I'm
No
done.
more. Se terminó. Se jodió. I'm done.
No, I thought you were gonna tell me something else. That somebody you bumped into somebody else,
Facts.
I'm always bumping into
right?
somebody else.
And then like rekindling some shit, which I've told you plenty of times. Don't.
Right.
But you don't listen.
Ever. When does Angie listen?
When does an
Demon.
Aquarius listen?
Right.
Exactly.
Yep. You got that right.
When does Aquarius listen?
You got that right.
Since when?
Nah, but that was definitely a curveball.
Yes. So
But besides that, how was the night? Besides that,
True.
that
It was
roller
a
coaster of
great
emotion.
it was overall great. I needed it. I haven't been out. I've been studying, so it was great to be out and just have a before the
A little bit of unwinding.
I had a moment, and then I'm in bed like this.
Insane.
You
What's gonna
connect.
happen?
You literally connected all the points. It's like you know that joint that they do when people are trying to figure out where everything connects. Like all
Yeah.
You see,
Like the
I'm
map.
surprised that I don't have
all
a
the
wall.
strings.
You should.
All the strings.
I'm surprised. Like in your apartment, you don't have in your room of pictures of events
Yeah.
with pins and strings going from
I
here
got
to
all the
here.
information.
You
Pictures,
listen. You may
recording.
wanna
So much.
start putting the pieces together and see.
That was the hook that just put it all like and
That's it.
all the strings out.
That's
like,
it.
bang. Wow, bro. That's scary shit though.
It's insane.
It's
But
serious.
we'll, as the show goes on, there'll be updates. Because once this airs, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have
A
lots
lot
of
DMs,
phone calls, DMs.
phone
texts,
calls,
everything.
meetings of, hey, Envy, we need to sit down and chat a little bit. I see that coming.
I have a feeling.
But
Why?
because of
From-
people that are involved about last night's event, if it's true,
Right.
we're talking about old friends that have reached out to me before years ago, and I'm like, I don't know nothing about it. I don't want to be involved. But now it's like, what do you know that I don't know?
Yeah.
What do you know that I don't know that can help me? You know? It's, and we're going to get into this whole, like, relationships. How, and I'll tell you why. It becomes hard for me to even be in a relationship or date. But what's going on with your love life?
Me?
Yeah, that was one of the questions that was asked on Instagram.
To be determined.
To be determined.
That's
Is
it.
there a
Short and sweet.
potential?
Short and sweet.
Is there
Short
somebody
and sweet.
or
That's it.
like
to be
what's
determined.
going on?
There's nothing going on. It's work.
We've been dating. Have
Work.
we been looking? Have we been?
Wow, there's a list for you, bro.
Have we been anything? But he technically started this whole Q's and A thing.
I did actually. I've been going out. It's nothing crazy.
Have you been trying to talk to people? I'm getting all in your business.
Listen, when I go out, I'm a very social person. I'm a social butterfly. I'm the guy at the bar. Everybody knows me. I'm like Oprah Winfrey at the bar. Everybody gets a shot. Everyone's drinking.
You get a shot.
On
you
my
get a shot,
dime.
You get a shot.
That's it. And in terms of doing that too, I meet people. I meet a lot of, not a lot of women, but I meet people. Some people, turn out to be like really cool people, like cool friends. I can't really see me dating you, but you're cool. You know what I'm saying? You're cool people.
Right away, like after the first date.
Well, sometimes it's never even a first date. It's just a matter of conversation.
I love that.
The click factor.
chemistry.
Me personally, I go off of vibes.
Right.
So if I can't vibe with you, then it's tough. Cause then it's like awkward silence in the car, awkward silence in the house. I'm a type of guy. Listen, if I wanna be home on a Friday night, you like to be home on a Friday night, we good. But the same token, that could be at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But I'm like, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. I'm kind of got a little vibe going on. I have a little beer, a little drink, whatever. Let's go out. like that. It could be like that. So you have to be able to
Switch.
switch it like that too.
Do you think that the places that you're meeting them would be appropriate to
Not
try to
really.
get that
Not
vibe?
really.
To
Where I'm supposed to go to the supermarket, I don't even shop. I don't even go food shopping. Go to my fridge. It's a straight bachelor's fridge.
Oh, we've been there.
Right. You'll see some
Really
beer,
nothing.
some water, and
And
that's
then we be
about it.
hungry after
And that's
drinking, we
it.
be like,
And I be like, there's nothing there. Y'all better
no
order something.
snacks, no
Uber
nothing.
Eats. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nada. So
Not even water.
where am I gonna go, man? And I'm at
And you
work
never
all the
home.
time too. Yeah, I'm at work all the time
You
too.
be
So
trying to invade Rob Love's house all the time.
I know somebody was
Yo,
texting me.
your apartment,
I gotta redo it.
yo, it's a vibe.
It is, but I want to redo it. I want to change some stuff up.
Let me tell you something. I'm very surprised because I suck at decorating anything.
I know. Do you know how many people come to my house and tell me that, oh, who helped you decorate? And I'm like, nobody.
Nobody.
This is all me.
You have a dope crib. ladies, Rob Love, single man,
It's
has
my
a
little,
job.
it's my little oasis. I'm in there. I'm in that cave all shit
That's-
all
I
weekend.
don't blame him.
I don't
It's
care.
a vibe.
I'll be there
in
with
his
my cat.
apartment.
That's why I'm dating my cat.
You can,
My cat.
Skippity.
Then I gotta go tend to
let
her
me tell
after
you
this.
something. Y'all weird for having cats. Both of you.
No.
I'm about to
No.
defend him on this one.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
Defend you on this straight
Go
off
ahead,
the
break
bat.
down the whole kitty situation,
It works like
Junior.
it's nice and simple. Look, this is only a personal belief, so I'm leaving it at that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a dog, it's because you constantly need attention. That means you constantly need someone to depend on you,
Damn.
someone to be around you, someone to constantly have that or give you that love you cannot get for yourself.
I never really thought about it like that.
But if you have a cat, that means you could deal with independence. The cat comes to you when it wants to, not when
Oh,
it wants to.
shit.
But it will give you love when it wants to, and it's a magical type of thing. So it's odd. So that kind of transitions then into the next part. If you're a dog person, I'm just saying again, opinion, not facts. If you're a dog person, you might actually want someone in your life that
That's gonna
is
be
going to be
dependent.
all over you. Yeah, is going to
Oh, no.
depend on you. That constantly gives you this and this and this and it,
Yeah.
and it's constantly going to be baby this, baby that, honey this, love this, all of this. Right? But if you have a cat, you're that type of person that could deal with,
That person having a life.
My partner's gonna at least hit me up to say, hey, how you doing? All right, cool. Oh, you going out tonight? Okay, cool. Have fun. And we'll let you go in peace, and vice versa. We'll say, oh, babe, you don't want to go outside? Well, I'm gonna go real quick for a couple of drinks, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. So that means you can deal with an independent woman or an independent man, depending on
Right.
your choices. If you're a cat person, that's why I'm saying I know
Yeah.
you're a very independent person. And if you're a doggy person, then you're gonna be looking and constantly slobbering over whatever little bit of attention the woman or
Yeah.
gives you. So
I never really
got
saw
your
it like
back
that.
on
Thank you. I appreciate
got
that.
your
I
back
appreciate
on
that.
bro.
Appreciate
Because it's
that.
like, yeah, she tried to
Damn.
gig on me because
Nah,
I've
don't.
had my cat for a bit.
Yeah.
15 years already.
Oh wow.
So
And they
Mine's is
live longer.
like
yeah,
2 years.
No, and I could tell you, like, what I got out of that, like, it's a relationship, but at the same time, it helps you grow.
Yeah.
That's why I threw it in those terms.
I like because I've had dogs too, my whole life, and then this is like my first cat that I've had, right? And the reason why I got the cat was two good friends of mine. They had cats and they were just having litters like back to back to back to back, right?
Oh, my.
So my friend of mine is like, listen, why you don't take one of the kittens? I'm like, nah, man, I don't want no fucking cat coming to my house destroying my furniture and shit. Like, nah, man, I'm not dealing with it. And he's like, nah, but bro, you by yourself all the time. At least you have somebody to talk to in the apartment and you're not talking to the walls. And I'm like, I said, all right, bring the cat. If she fucks my shit up, we taking her back. Okay. 2 years later, she's still in my crib.
Don't do
So
it.
No, she has her moments. She's bipolar. One minute she's good, and the next minute she's swatting at you. But
fuck you up.
it is. It's a good move.
On the good note, the drinks are here.
Oh, okay.
She's over there knocking on the door.
Oh.
And where's my guy at?
No, but
And on a bad note,
all right.
yo, Eliza got 3 dogs.
No, yeah. Well, matter of fact, that's good that she comes in and
She's
talk
like-
about this now, because she's. This is a good point, because
Because that touches the other part on. Because then think about it. Isn't it easier for a person to control a dog
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got 3 of them.
And another
why
thing
she's
too,
a dummy.
the thing with me with the dogs and I think the cat fits more my lifestyle.
Right.
Like I could go
Always
spend a
in and
night in my boy's crib, and my cat, as long as she has an automatic feeder and the water's there and the automatic litter box is working, she's good, you know. But other than that,
But we're gonna take a quick little short break because Miss Dami E. has
it's
finally
about
arrived.
time.
About
She's
time.
a whole hour late on the first day. That is no bueno.
I know. So we're
No
gonna switch out
bueno.
the primos right now.
No bueno.
Yeah, I already
we'll
threw
see you
the
in a few
spice, so Now
minutes.
you work with it.
Well, then you ain't going nowhere. You gonna sit right here. We're gonna talk about this cat versus dogs.
Exactly.
Dude, it does work personality.
Yeah.
It does work relationships. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Go. Alrighty. Come on, E Money.
All right.